Hi there. Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Luna, and today we're going to learn another 10 common idioms, phrases, and sentences that native English speakers use every single day. These expressions are super useful, and I promise by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what they mean and how to use them naturally in your own conversations. All right, let's get started. Number 1, walk me through it. This is a very common phrase that we use when we want someone to explain something step by step. When you say walk me through it, you're asking someone to guide you carefully through a process or explain something in detail, usually because it's new or confusing to you. It's like asking someone to take your hand and show you the way. For example, imagine you just bought a new coffee machine, and you don't know how to use it. Your roommate knows how it works. You can say, "Hey, can you walk me through it? I've never used one of these before." This shows you want them to explain each step slowly and clearly. Here's another one. Let's say you're at work and your manager asks you to create a report using new software. You're not familiar with the program. You can ask your coworker, "I'm not sure how to do this. Can you walk me through it?" This is polite and shows you're willing to learn. Number 2, see if I care. This is a sarcastic phrase, and it's often used when you're annoyed or upset with someone. When you say see if I care, you're basically telling the other person that you don't care at all about what they're saying or doing. It's a way of showing that their actions or words don't bother you, even though sometimes they actually do. It's usually said in a defensive or angry tone. For example, imagine your brother keeps teasing you about not going to a party. He says, "Everyone's going to have fun without you?" You're annoyed, so you respond, "See if I care. I didn't want to go anyway." You're telling him that his teasing doesn't affect you. Here's another one. Maybe your friend says they're not inviting you to their birthday dinner because you were late last time. You're hurt, but you act tough and say, "Fine, see if I care. Go without me." You're pretending you don't mind, even though you might actually feel upset. Number 3, I'm blue. This is a simple idiom that means you're feeling sad or down. When someone says, "I'm blue," they're not talking about the color. They're expressing that they feel a little depressed, lonely, or unhappy. It's a gentle, old-fashioned way to say you're sad without using strong words. For example, let's say it's a rainy Sunday afternoon and you're sitting at home by yourself. Your friend calls and asks how you're doing. You say, "Honestly, I'm feeling a bit blue today. I think I just miss my family." This tells your friend you're sad and maybe need some company or support. Here's another one. Imagine you didn't get the job you really wanted. You talk to your best friend and say, "Yeah, I got the rejection email this morning. I'm pretty blue about it." Your friend will understand that you're disappointed and feeling low. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this lesson and learning something new, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We upload fresh content every single day to help you speak English more naturally and confidently. All right, let's keep going. Number 4, few and far between. This is an idiom that means something is very rare or doesn't happen often. When we say something is few and far between, we mean there aren't many of them, and they're hard to find. You can use this to talk about opportunities, good days, honest people, anything that's uncommon. For example, imagine you live in a small town, and there aren't many good restaurants. Your friend asks if there are any nice places to eat. You say, "Yeah, there are a couple, but good restaurants around here are few and far between." This means they're rare and hard to come by. Here's another one. Let's say you're talking about your busy work schedule. Your coworker asks if you ever get a day off. You reply, "I do sometimes, but honestly, my free days are few and far between." You're explaining that you rarely have time to relax. Number 5, I'm still on the fence. This phrase means you haven't made a decision yet. When you're on the fence, you're stuck in the middle, not sure which option to choose. It's like sitting on a fence between two yards. You could go either way. but you haven't jumped down yet. We use this when we're undecided or unsure about something. For example, your friends are planning a trip to the beach next weekend. They ask if you're coming. You say, "I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the fence. I have a lot of work to finish." This means you're thinking about it, but you haven't decided. Here's another one. Maybe you're shopping for a new phone. The salesperson asks if you want to buy it today. You say, I like it, but I'm still on the fence. Let me think about it and come back tomorrow. You're letting them know you need more time to decide. Number 6. You are a lunatic. This is a strong, informal phrase that means someone is acting crazy, wild, or totally irrational. A lunatic is someone who behaves in a very strange or extreme way. We usually say this in a playful or joking way with friends, but it can also be used seriously if someone is doing something dangerous or ridiculous. For example, your friend decides to go skydiving even though they're afraid of heights. You laugh and say, "Are you serious? You are a lunatic!" But I respect it. You're calling them crazy in a fun, teasing way because they're doing something bold. Here's another one. Imagine your coworker stays at the office until midnight every day, even on weekends. You say, "Dude, you are a lunatic. You need to go home and rest." Here you're telling them they're overdoing it and acting in an extreme way. Number 7. Too cool for school. This is a casual idiom that describes someone who acts like they're above everyone else, or someone who thinks they're so cool they don't need to follow the rules or be friendly. It's often used in a sarcastic or slightly negative way. You might say it about someone who's acting snobby or showing off. For example, there's a new guy at your office who never joins team lunches and always wears expensive clothes. Your friend whispers to you, "What's his deal? He acts like he's too cool for school." You're saying he acts superior and doesn't want to be part of the group. Here's another one. Maybe your teenage cousin refuses to hang out with the family because they think family events are boring. You joke and say, "Oh, so now you're too cool for school, huh? You used to love coming over." You're teasing them for acting like they're above spending time with family. Number 8. Are you seeing someone? This is a polite and common way to ask if someone is dating anyone or in a romantic relationship. When we say seeing someone, we mean dating or spending time together romantically. It's a casual, modern phrase that's less formal than asking, "Do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend?" For example, you're chatting with a coworker you find interesting. You want to know if they're single, so you casually ask, "So, are you seeing someone right now?" It's a gentle way to find out their relationship status without being too direct. Here's another one. Your friend has been really happy lately and always texting someone. You're curious, so you ask, "Hey, you've been smiling a lot. Are you seeing someone?" You're asking if they've started dating because they seem happier than usual. Number 9. I'll get right on it. This is a very useful phrase in work or everyday situations. It means you will start doing something immediately. When someone asks you to do a task and you say, "I'll get right on it," you're letting them know you'll begin working on it right away. It shows you're responsible and quick to act. For example, your boss emails you asking for a report by the end of the day. You reply, "Got it. I'll get right on it. Thanks for letting me know." This tells your boss you're going to start working on the report immediately. Here's another one. Imagine your mom asks you to take out the trash before dinner. You say, "Sure, Mom, I'll get right on it." You're showing her that you'll do it right now without delay. Number 10. I'm losing you. This phrase has two meanings depending on the situation. First, it can mean you can't hear someone clearly during a phone call because the connection is bad. Second, it can mean you don't understand what someone is explaining because it's confusing. Both uses are very common. For example, you're on a phone call with your friend, but the signal is weak and their voice keeps cutting out. You say, "Hello? Can you hear me? I'm losing you." The connection is really bad. You're telling them the call quality is poor and you can't hear them well. Here's another one. Let's say you're in a meeting and your colleague is explaining a complicated idea with lots of technical terms. You're confused, so you say, "Wait, sorry, I'm losing you. Can you explain that part again more simply?" You're asking them to slow down because you don't understand. And that's it, my friends. We just went through 10 really useful expressions that you'll hear all the time in everyday American English. I hope this lesson helped you feel more confident and ready to use these phrases in real conversations. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are learning English, leave a comment below telling me which phrase was your favorite, and of course, subscribe to our channel because we post new lessons every single day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember you're doing amazing. Bye for now.